I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Cardinals vs. Cubs. My team pick is Cardinals to win. Veteran lefty Miles Mikolas has had an up-and-down season for the Cardinals. Mikolas carried a no-hitter into the 7th inning last weekend before Bryan Reynolds broke up the no-no with a leadoff triple. He has pitched at least 6 innings in 4 straight starts. He was shelled in late April and early May but has delivered 5 straight strong appearances. Mikolas has generated a quality start in 4 straight appearances and hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in 6 consecutive starts. I like him to pitch well against a Cubs team that has been reeling. Entering action Saturday, they have lost 15 of 21 and just lost left-hander Jordan Wicks to the injured list after he strained his right oblique. St. Louis has won 4-5. Take the Cards. My total pick is under. In addition to Jordan Wicks going down, the Cubs lost Ben Brown for what appears to be an extended absence. Brown has a stress reaction in his neck, and the Cubs are still trying to figure out how much time he will miss. They placed him on the 15-day injured list earlier in the week, and they lack bodies in the pitching department. Shota Imanaga is pitching on Saturday, and he has been the lone consistent starter. They need Talon to keep delivering as they get the guys back. The total has gone under in 7 of St. Louis' last 10 road games. I like Talon and Mikolas to pitch well in another close, low-scoring St. Louis win. Marlins vs. Nationals. My team pick is Nationals minus 1.5 runs. It's a bit too hard to bet on the Marlins at this point, and I have no reason to bet on them in this contest as well. Washington has won their last 5 in a row against the Marlins, and all of those wins were by at least 2 runs. Washington quietly is 6-1 in their last 7 games, while the Marlins have won once in their last 6 games. I trust Mitchell Parker at this point compared to Jesus Luzardo among all the starters, and Miami is a putrid 11-21 on the road this season. Until Miami shows signs that they can be competitive, I will take the opposing team nearly every time. Take the Nats with the run line. My total pick is over. Both bullpens are ranked 23rd or worse in the MLB in terms of ERA, while the Marlins have hit the over in the majority of their games played this season. Although I trust Parker to do his job and surrender no more than 3 runs in his start, I have less trust in Luzardo. He hasn't been consistent with his starts this year, and the team has given up 37 runs in their last 6 games, good for over 6 runs per game. Washington has hit the over in 6 of their last 9 games played, and Miami has gone 5-4 on the over in their last 9. When facing each other, these 2 squads have hit the over in their last 4 in a row and 7 of their last 8 games played. Phillies vs. Orioles. My team pick is Orioles to win. Burns has been very effective versus Philadelphia in his career, generating a microscopic 0.55 ERA and 0.80 WHIP in 16.1 innings against them. He won his prior start versus the Phillies last season while pitching for the Brewers by shutting them out for 8 innings and striking out 10 batters. Baltimore has been excellent against the spread this season, winnings at a 60.3% clip. The Orioles have been effective at home this season, winning there at a 62.2% clip and coming out on top in each of their previous 4 series. They have won 7 of their last 11 games played at Camden Yards. They have produced a batting average of .245 and a slugging percentage of .444 while playing in front of their fans this season, so they have the tools to score runs off of Philadelphia's top-ranked pitching staff. Baltimore leads the league in wins during the day with 21. They have won 6 of their previous 8 contests overall. Philadelphia has struggled on the road recently, losing 5 of their last 8 games. They have dropped 3 of their last 4 series played away from their home stadium. The stats and trends strongly suggest the Orioles will win comfortably on Sunday afternoon. My total pick is over 7 runs. The Phillies have exceeded the run total in 3 straight games, including the series opener against Baltimore on Friday. Both squads have elite offensives in 2024, ranking near the league's top in multiple categories. 10 runners crossed the plate during their last matchup. The Orioles rank second in batting average and first in slugging percentage during day games and have produced similar rankings in those categories at home, so look for Baltimore to contribute a significant amount of runs to the total. The Orioles pitching staff has allowed 5 runs or more in each of their previous 2 games. Philadelphia batters are effective playing away from their home stadium this year, ranking 6th in away slugging percentage, so they also have the tools to score quickly in bunches. They have scored 4 runs or more in 5 of their last 6 games overall. Their pitching staff has given up 6 or more runs in 3 of their last 5 contests. Most signs point to a higher scoring affair in Baltimore on Sunday. Rays vs. Braves. My team pick is Rays to win. The Rays are going to be underdogs here as they have been struggling, but they are good enough to avoid being swept. The Braves are without 2/3 of their starting outfield currently on the injured list as Ronald Acuna Jr. is out for the season with a torn ACL while Michael Harris too is out with a hamstring injury. It is hard to expect Hurston Waldrep to significantly improve between his first and second starts in his career. All in all, take the Tampa Bay Rays to avoid being swept and win the final game of the series. My total pick is over. We saw Hurston Waldrep get shelled throughout his first MLB start, and Zach Eflin is struggling in his last 7 starts as he has a 4.35 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP in 39.1 innings. So these teams can score runs. Throughout June, both teams have shown significant struggles on the mound as Tampa Bay is 25th in the majors with a 5.13 team ERA in 13 games while Atlanta is not much better, in 22nd place in Major League Baseball with a 4.62 team ERA in 13 games. Go with the over as the better option as these teams are going to be able to hit here. Guardians vs. Blue Jays. My team pick is Blue Jays to win. The Cleveland Guardians have been hit or miss recently, posting a 5-5 mark in their last 10 games. The Toronto Blue Jays have won 3 of their last 5 series with a split in that span. They are a hungry squad that needs wins before the trade deadline. They stand 4 games out of a wildcard spot. Furthermore, Guardians pitcher Ben Lively is solid but has yet to pitch against the Blue Jays in his career. The Guardians are only 3-3 in the 6 games started by Lively. Jays pitcher Jose Berrios has been their ace and has generated a dazzling 1.81 ERA and a 3-1 record at home. Berrios has held his opponent to only 8 runs in his last 4 outings spanning 25.2 innings. The Blue Jays are 9-5 in his outings this season. My total pick is under. Padres vs. Mets. My team pick is San Diego to win. New York was able to gain the early series advantage with a 2-1 win on Friday night. For the Mets, it was the 3rd 1-run win in their last 4 victories. Mitchell's last start came at home, and he was hooked with a loss after a sloppy outing. The New York hurler has allowed 12 hits and 5 walks in 9.2 innings over his last 2 starts, so he's been struggling a bit. On the other side, Cease may have corrected course after a rough patch. The Padres are 19-15 on the road this year, and the Mets are just 16-23 on their home field. Prior to Saturday, the Padres were 2-1 in their last 3 games against New York, and this should be a prime chance for them to grab another. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. The first meeting between these two saw just 3 total runs cross the plate to hit under against a 7.5 run total. Between the two, there have been 68 games that have hit the under this year. Cease looked great in his last outing, and that could be what puts him back on the track that he was on earlier in the season. The Padres starter is 4-1 with a 3.00 ERA in 4 road starts this season. Mitchell is just 0-2 in 3 home starts, but he has a 2.30 ERA and 1.09 WHIP at City this year. Speaking of the Mets' home park, BaseballSavant.com ranks it second lowest in all of baseball in park factor, so there are a lot fewer runs being scored in Queens as a whole than most anywhere else in the game. The under is 6-3-1 in the last 10 games between the teams before Saturday. Reds vs. Brewers. My team pick is Brewers moneyline. As I mentioned above, the Reds are on fire right now, winning 14 of their last 20 games. However, with Frankie Montas towing the rubber for them, I feel like we have to ride with the Brewers at this very short price. Montas is coming off a terrible outing against the lowly Cubs, where he gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits over just 1.1 innings pitched. His ERA is an inflated 4.55, and he'll be squaring off against Colin Ray, who brings in a solid 3.31 ERA. Ray has been nearly untouchable over his last 4 starts, posting a 1.64 ERA over 22.0 innings of work. Furthermore, Ray has been very serviceable at home, where he owns a 2.72 ERA. He's limiting the opposition to a .212 average at home versus .266 on the road. Let's take the Crew at this deflated price. My total pick is over 9 runs. In terms of overall run production, the Brewers are 6th in the league, averaging 4.87 runs per game. The Reds are 15th, putting up 4.36 runs per contest. Interestingly, at home, the Crew are averaging 5.28 runs per game, which is 3rd in the majors. The Redlegs are 9th in road run production, 4.78 RPG. All things considered, I expect to see the offenses come to life in this one. Give me the over.